Well, obviously, a very disappointing loss all across the board. I really can't find anything on the stat sheet that would make me think anything positive. Clearly, we got crushed on the boards. Got beat by 22 boards, and we lose by that. You should probably lose by 30. 16 on the offensive boards. If you look at it, the only maybe positive I would have said to you if you told me before the game they're going to shoot 36%. I think we got a pretty good chance of winning the game. But we didn't make free throws, which we've been doing a good job of. We missed a lot of really good shot opportunities. But again, the area that always and foremost concerns me is when we break down defensively. And 16 offensive rebounds, not getting the ball back after we made the miss, and then also on our coverages where we didn't get our coverages right, and let guys play to their strengths and get a lot of easy buckets because of that. So, a tough day at the office. Now I said, unfortunately, we had a great win up at Temple. We didn't come back and validate it. Basically, now it becomes a wash. Okay, we lost at Temple and we came home. We won at home. Everybody said, "Oh yeah, great, nice job." But it wasn't bad losing at Temple. But once you get that kind of a win, the mentality has to change, and that's what I'm trying to bring forward. With our group and understand that now you got to get tougher. It doesn't mean it's going to get easier. It means it's going to get harder because you make people take notice of you and what you just did. So we kind of go back to square one right now and see if we can bounce back and rebuild off it.
Did you feel like there was at times a lack of alertness? There was certainly the play where there was a loose ball. There was three guys that could have picked it up. One guy runs for the run out, and nobody picks it up. It ends up a jump ball with the arrow possession going.
Yeah, look, there's a couple of plays I could point to in there, but to me, again, it comes down to one of the things that I say at times. Look, if you play soft, which we played soft, so we had three guys there, and all three should have been on the floor. Should have been, first guy to the ball. Go get it. We didn't react to it. We had a couple of other situations where the ball was out there. There was a rebound that landed at the free throw line on a bounce that people just looked at it. We actually claimed that one, but the reaction to that, again, a couple of those things right there is our mind. Where's our mind? I tell players, try to, based on my experience, having played in the NBA 11 years and coached in the NBA for 20 years. Basically, when you talk in terms of different levels of play, everybody talks about speed of the game. And, from high school to college is speed of game. From college to top 20 in college is speed of game. To the NBA bad team, speed of game. NBA good team and championship, different speed of game. With that it doesn't mean the physicality of how fast you are. It means how fast do you process things in your head, and can you play that way? It's about understanding what somebody's trying to put you in and be able to take that information in and be able to translate that to your players and communicate. The great teams are all the great communicating teams. They don't need to be based on, okay, here's my coverage, here's what we're going to do. It comes back to who are the people involved in the play, and you play the percentage as part of it. And that's the thing that we didn't do today. We for the most part, we've played fast. We've played faster than other people in terms of making them have to think that they can't think to keep up with what we're doing. And today, we just didn't do a good job of it. So it's an area, like I said, we got to go back to the drawing board. We got to figure out how to get better at it. And a lot of it sometimes is watching film and just recognition. Like when I watch a game with a snapshot of 10. I see the floor of 10. I see 10 people and I know the spots they're supposed to be in. And I see somebody's at his place. I react to it. As a player, I react to it. Okay, I know what I'm supposed to do when I get them out of place. Okay, some people look at our game or look at the pro game and said, "Oh, you got guys, 10 guys running around with like chickens with their head cut off." They don't understand how intricate patterns are and really what comes into that play. That if this is all planned, guys running you speed cuts, and they're just trying to get you to where you can't keep up with it. And then ultimately it comes with they hit with you with the punch of the real play. Okay, this is what we're really trying to get to right here. And if you're there and you understand it, you have a good chance of playing it. When you're not, it turns into easy layups.
Like you went wire to wire against Temple up in Philadelphia. Did you even see anything like this coming down? You had won 3 straight and started to really kind of.
Yeah, it's one of the things as a coach that you always worry about. It's kind of a situation where sometimes it's human nature to be a fat cat. And the coach is always trying to dial that back. You're always trying to to show reasons why somebody has this, their ability that they can beat you. Again, I thought, tonight it came out because they put us in a situation where, we got passive and we settled. And early in the game, we took bad shots and we had a bad first half. Then we came out, we tried to play a little bit better, played a little bit harder in the second half. And actually, like I said, we had some opportunities to come back and still win this game. That loose ball is a big play. We had a couple of really good. Mel had a dunk that. We had looks. We executed some of our plays and got the looks we wanted to make. Even in the last kind of minute and a half of play, we had play set up for Cam. He got a wide open look. If he makes that, I call timeout. I put Blake in defensively. It's now a 2-point game. It is what it is. But in our minds, it shouldn't get to that. If you erase the glass differential, and that's an effort differential, then we have a chance to win the game.
Cam, most of your shots were short today. Could you figure that? Most of them were on the line. Could you figure out? Did you feel that? And was there anything to that?
I just got to get more lift on my shot, really. I can't really explain why. I just got to get more lift on my shot. Maybe I got to bend my knees a little bit more, but I'll take those looks any day. I make those all the time, so I'm not even worried about it.
Is it frustrating? You had 5 block shots in the first half. Is it frustrating to be down at halftime? The offense just wasn't. You could have been down a lot more at halftime if you didn't have those block shots. Did you guys just feel you were the whole offense was out of sync today?
No, I just felt like we missed shots that we usually make, and we weren't really worried about it, but we just had to pick it up on defense more when we were about offense because we knew shots were going to fall, but obviously they didn't.
Also did get a lot of it, and got a lot of penetrations to the basket. Was that what frustrated you?
Yeah, particularly they run a lot of pick and roll plays. The guard is a really heady guard who understands where he wants to attack to. He doesn't overcommit. He'll dribble through the lane and circles around. He's not going to just go commit to the basket at times. There were times where we had choices where to send him, and we didn't send the right way at times, and it turned into his numbers where he had a good game.
What's the keys for you all to bounce back? I guess how you just coming in here. What do you feel like you need to do in practice this week to sort of get a little bit better?
We just have to lock in on the game plan. They execute their plays really well. Their players are really good. We got Shake Milton coming. Got to keep him out the paint. They have some really athletic guys, shooters. Everyone's a shooter. So whatever coach draws up for the game plan, which is most of the stuff they run and we run, and so we should know everything. It's all about the execution and pay attention to the scout report and the game plan.
It's kind of the nature of this league. Everybody's pretty good, and if you don't show, I guess that's what happens.
One thing I can tell you the coaches throughout this league are really, really good, and most teams are really prepared. They run a lot of good stuff, and if you don't do your part in it, then you're going to have a tough night. Like I said, they shoot 36% for the game. That's with 16 offensive rebounds. So defensively, running. And again, having said that, all I'm complaining is about the mistakes we made. So, but again, it comes down to it. You know who's involved and what you're trying to accomplish, and you feel like when you do, you get the results you want. But again, it's all there in one stat. Board differential is the difference in the game.